YouTube, this is just a really quick one for a change. I have meant to get a review up today, but I've had a bit of food poisoning today, so I've been a bit rough. So yeah, so I've not been feeling too clever to come and sit up here. So this is just a real super quick one, just to tell you about a couple of things that have come in on the old vape mail recently, over the last yesterday and today, because I think it's pretty cool stuff. And I don't know really. I just wanted to let you know that I haven't forgotten about recording stuff. It's just I wanted to keep you up to speed with stuff really. So a couple of things yesterday, things that came in which were pretty exciting. We got the Minikin V1.5 mod. Now that is it's a slight upgrade on the one. The temp control settings are certainly a lot. I've been having a little play with it. I mean, obviously, I've got the other stuff that's waiting to get the videos recorded, but I have had a little play with this. The temp control is definitely very strange on it. I've got to say that. But more work is going to be needed, obviously, on this before I do a review, because well, I've only had it a day, so. This is probably going to be a couple of weeks before this comes out, but like all Minikins, it feels great in the hand. It's got this kind of coating vibe going on over the outside of it, so it feels really nice in the hand. But go and check the Asmodus website to have a look at all the upgrades and all that sort of stuff. Like I say, really, I just wanted to tell you about a few bits and bobs that's going in, that's coming. So I'm not going in any detail, and I also want this video to be really short. The one thing that I've noticed about this is when it comes to temp control, and I've been using this in stainless setting, TCR and TFR modes, if you imagine like a Yeehee or a DNA board to be like hitting temp down, hitting temp, and it's a line like that, it goes like fuck, right? And a lesser one will have kind of that kind of vibe going on, so there's more spaces in between the peaks. This kind of goes ooh, which is just weird. It really is weird. Let me see if I can show you quickly on a tank. Now then, this one does have a temp coil in, and was what I was using earlier on. It's very strange. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet. There we go. Right, mode select, temp, stainless steel 316. Right, 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's have a little poodle on this. Actually, read resistance, yes. There we go. Right, here we go. Now then, let me see if you can hear this if I bring the microphone up close. Can you hear it going? Ooh, ooh, and that's... Don't know if you managed to see that then, but it pulses really strangely, and it kind of has a real slow pulse. I mean, it appears to work, but it's just a strange vaping experience. So there's going to be a lot more to make sure I kind of get to grips with on that. And you definitely do have to lock your resistance in as well to get it to work without any major issue. But no, that was weird. So I thought I'd tell you that. Something else that's come in. Now then. Just popping this on because I'm going to show you this in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mode select. Power. Oh, I do feel rough, you know. We have got the Origo RDTA from Rock Vape. Now. Oh, now. I asked a while ago if you guys wanted to see what is possibly the longest tank ever, and so there it is. Look at that. Now, up to this point, the longest tank I own was the Vapor Giant Mini, which is nothing mini about it, and it's more or less, it's just a hint taller, not including drip tip, which I thought was fun. And also this, I mean, it had seriously janky threads at the bottom, but it works like, do you remember the Big Dripper? If you're around for a while, maybe I think it was 2014 the Big Dripper came out, and then in recently, I think, or a few months ago, there was a Big Dripper version 2. Now let me see if I can show you something without juice going everywhere. Okay, so instead of the coils being on the top and wicking up that we've seen recently, this is also the pinkest juice in the world. You have a little tiny build deck there, single coil, and then in the top there, let me see if I can get you on a little closey uppy thing. In the top there, can you see those sort of two where the juice is collected either side of the air hole? We're dripping. But either side of that air hole there, that is where juice comes down. Now I say comes down because if I pop this back in, yeah, very grindy threads. But they are listening. I've gone back to them and told them about the super grindy threads. And they've gone, all right, cool, thanks for letting us know. Okay, so what happens with this is when you want juice from the top to go onto your coil on the bottom, you squeeze the drip tip down like that. And down. Like that. And then that will drip down onto your coil. So yeah, it's not a new kind of idea, but having a big clear bit of Pyrex wrapped around it kind of makes it that way. The underneath means, unfortunately, that you can't actually see what state your coils are in either, which is a bit of a shame, because obviously as soon as you vape it, that goes all vapey, obviously. Oh, dear, that juice is interesting. That's this Crush sweet stuff. It's so pink. Yeah, so that's a funny old thing, to be honest with you. It's a funny old tank, but as with everything, I'm going to give it a damn good go and a good old testing, and we'll see what happens with it. So, but yeah, you said you wanted to see it, so there you go. Fucking huge. What else came yesterday? So if you watch my Instagram and Facebook and all, or Twitter and all that sort of guff, you know, I do tend to post pictures up when I receive stuff, and we got this. This is the Kanger Cupti, which is strange. Now, I don't know whether it's gonna do what I think it might do. No. Now, with this one, much like we've seen on some other setups recently, the air goes in the top here, it goes down through the coil and then up again. Now, it was interesting. It's an interesting idea. I've got my own drip tip on here rather than the massive one that comes with it that's just unnecessarily huge. But what I've noticed is I've put some e-liquid in here. And it kind of floods the coil. There's a 70-30 that's gone in there. So, and there's no way you can get it out because the air comes from up the top there. I've got a mouthful of juice from you can't really get it out. Which is, do you see that? Do you see that? That just spat a ball of juice up. So it's once again more testing, no final opinions to be made. But it's weird. It's weird. You can hear it. Oh, fuck me. It's absolutely dripping with juice in there. I didn't bring a drink up with me. So yeah, that's fun. So different coils to and always because it's Kanger, they didn't send any extra coils, so it's only what we've got to in the box that I've got to play with. So that's fun. I'm looking forward to doing some more with this. But on the upside, you've got a screen on the top there. Well, I say upside. You've got a screen on the top with the up and down buttons. 70 watts or 75 watts we've got here. Obviously, unlike the knee box. That's my lighting. We've got we've not got an air hole or anything here for it to leak through, but it's just going through that coil like a monster. So yeah, and that's an 18650 in there as well, by the way, rather than lipo or anything like that. So I need to obviously play with it properly and see what's what. I really need to get some proper light box style diffusers for my lights, because at the minute kitchen roll and greaseproof paper do not make quality fucking things, and I need some big bastard stands as well. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? So today, that was yesterday. So yesterday was the Minikin with 3 of the juices, which is Crush, these 3 things. Crush, Sweet, Delicious and Tasty. Based on the Sweet. We'll have to see how we get on with those. The mod, this mod, by the way, going back to this, I said this is going to be super quick, didn't I? This fucking 11 minutes already. This in wattage mode is lovely, as you would expect, because if you had a Minikin originally, it works like a trooper. So that was yesterday. The Minikin, the Kanger, and the tallest tank in the world, and the juice. So today, today was a good day. Today was a good day. Today we got this, which I think is glorious. Look at this, look. It's a walnut box with an OKL chip in it, with a mod maker board screen in there, mod meter, and it's all made in walnut. It's got a 22mm catch cup on the top, nice little clicky button, easy access, obviously potentiometer, and it's dual 18650, obviously. So, yeah, with a little on-off switch, I am loving it. Now, if you've used OKL boards, Raptor boards, anything like that before, so things like hexohms or any of that old toss, then you do have to build to the board's amp limit, which is 20 amps. So yeah, I mean, that's fine, and as long as you don't wang it up like full mashings power, then you're laughing. But at the moment, this is equating to about 85 watts. This Mutation X I mentioned in the vlog is coming up very shortly. But the box is really, really nice. It makes me really want to try and get a K-Fun Lite not K-Fun Lite, a K-Fun 5, because I think, it'll look nice. It feels really, really nice as well. That's a dark burl there, or it's a dark part of the wood. That's not burnt to buggery. It's really, really nice, and it feels nice, and Matt at M-Vapes does a cracking job. You'll see that up here I've got 3 Squonkers there from Matt at M-Vapes. I've got 2 dual 18650 and 1 single 26650, which you can go back and look at my reviews on those. I think they're fantastic beasts. But this is lovely, and because it's walnut, it's just a nice wood. He even was kind enough to send me some wax, so I can keep on top of it and keep it nice and lovely. Which I've got every intention of doing. So this is the closest thing I've got to a swish kind of wooden box, and I really like it. I really like that he's got a round window here to sort of coincide with the round of the other things. I think that's brilliant. I'm really happy with this. Makes me super cheery about that. So I'll do a review on that at some point, but this is kind of, I like it. I like it. Make me very happy, it do. Now, the other thing was, no. Well, he sent me, now then, if you watched the vlog on Sunday, you'll know that I have the Trolls, the V2 Trolls. We had a brief look at one and how deep the juice well was and all that sort of good stuff. Well, Matt has sort of been, in the past, he's always kind of adapted Watofo RDAs for squonking. And the V2 has happened already. He's managed to make a squonker out of this, so I'm imagining he's drilled down through the middle, which, to be honest, would be an absolute bust of a job. You can see the squonk hole in the middle of that positive post there. And it's working gloriously. It really, really is. So I've got it on my Halcyon at the moment. I should have it on one of Matt's boxes, but like I said, I haven't been feeling very well, so this was the easiest option. So let's have a little vape, shall we? Squonking clouds for days. Days. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So at the minute, I think I'm one of the only people to have one of these in the world, and it just makes me really happy. So if you've got yourself a squonker and you want a sort of a modern take, I mean, he was always doing the V1, the original Troll, but now he's managing to do this V2 as well. That is a badass dripper. That is awesome. That has just made the Troll even better for me. So super happy about that. So thanks very much again for Matt. And Matt's wife, lovely lady, Sarah, and they know I have a fascination for skulls. Okay, so I mean, obviously you can see, you know, on my sleeve that goes on. I've got a fuck ton of skulls all over on there. I've got my skulls there. I've got. I don't know if you can see that one right at the top there. Can you? The wife bought me a like a deer skull. You can sort of see the horns up the top there. A deer skull for my Christmas present, I think it was. So yeah, so I'm just all about skulls. Now, Sarah has a website called crimsonrichdesire.co.uk. Crimson Rich Desire. Now, if you're a skull person, this isn't going to be for all of it, but if you're a skull person, what she does is she hand casts in tough polyurethane plastic from real skulls, which sounds just like a ball ache of a job to try and get sort of detail and fine stuff going on in skulls. But anyway, she sent me this, look. This is my birthday present. Look at that, it's a crow skull. Look how cool that is. Oh, it's really hard. So yeah, that's awesome. So thank you very much. Hello. Yeah, thank you very much, Sarah, for that, because I think that is the tits. If you're a skull person, then go and check out. What is it? Sorry, I got a little bit excited. Crimson Rich Desire, all one word, .co.uk, because I think it's fucking awesome. I'm all over that. So that is going to take pride of place up there, I think. Can't really see it. I'm going to have to figure out a way of putting it somewhere it can be seen. But yes, thanks very much for that. That was awesome. Now, the last thing that turned up was yesterday I got a box. I got asked to review the Trick Tank from VGOD. And as you know, I'm trying really hard. I've turned down so many tanks, and I know I've said about this one, but I asked you guys if you wanted the tallest tank ever, and that's what you got. So I am trying to turn down as many tanks as I can because they're pretty much all the same. But because this is made by VGOD, it's going to have a lot of attention, especially for the cloudies amongst you. So I thought I'd get a review of this one sorted out. But they sent me a box yesterday, and in the box, it was a fair size box. It was a fair size box, which I'll put somewhere safe. Oh. That was the size box it was. That was the size box. And in it was a couple of stickers, some coils, and that was it. All random. But anyway, today the actual tank turned up. And the tank turned up with a VGOD Trick Life t-shirt, which is brilliant, especially because they sent it in a size large. And I haven't been a size large for a number of years, so that's going in the raffle pile. But yeah, so the tank finally arrived today to go along with yesterday's coils, which is interesting. Now it does have a lot of similarities to the Cleto from Aspire. It's a little bit wider. I think it must be around the 24mm kind of width. So you've got something that's a little bit wide. I think it's a 3mm, I think it holds. But obviously all of this will get covered. Yeah, 24mm wide. Professional, don't you know? Yeah, the airflow is pretty wide. It's pretty wide. I've got the 0.5 coil in here at the moment at 55.5 watts. It's not a quiet tank. It's not a quiet tank. Does it help you blow tricks? Look at that, look, VGOD. Whoa, look at that. Marvellous. So yes, so it clearly makes you into a tricky monster. But yeah, it's something else with coils that'll only fit this, I imagine, and which is a bit of a shame. It has, in a similar way to the Cleto, it has sort of one of these things with O-rings around the outside. So if you put your own drip tip on here, that will go in, but that'll just look stupid. So that's fun. So you have to use this one until people make their own. With this kind of wide cap on, and I imagine the width of this kind of cap is there because it helps stop your little kisses from getting warm on top of the tank. So that kind of makes sense. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. I have had quite a lot of spit back, but the coil is still breaking in as well. So yeah, that's it. Oh, finally, Tommy Campbell. Big shout out to Tommy Campbell. Now, if you're on the Ideal Ohm Show page on Facebook, you'll have seen that Tommy posted up a picture of a battery holder that he was making. Well, very kindly, Tommy sent me one. And he put skulls on it. So, you know, the skull theme is strong in this one. And look at this, look. Now, it looks quite large and unwieldy. But, look at that. Look, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 batteries. 10 batteries that'll hold. Look at that. Isn't that good? So for putting all your batteries in a thing, I don't know if Tommy's only doing a 10 battery or if he's going to do like 6 battery holders or smaller ones as well. But I think that's really, really good. Really hefty bit of Velcro going down the bottom there, and it's stitched really, really well. And it's made from, don't know what the material's called, but it's quite hard wearing, you know. Lots of, remember there was a stage where we were getting kind of Velcro wallets quite a lot, and they were made from quite hard wearing material. It feels like that, and it's just done a crap ton of stitching and stuff going on there. So it's really nice, actually. I really do like it. A little bit bright for me, but you know, other than that, I don't mind having a go at a little bit of colour now and then. I think that's really bloody good, and a really good idea for being able to take a whole bunch of batteries. That is going, every time I go to an event now, that is going in my bag with batteries, as long as there's nothing that can get kind of down the sides there. Obviously we don't want any little bits of metal doing that, but yeah, that's really good. So thank you very much, Tommy. I better check to see if I'm allowed to put his what is it, Facebook page or address. It's just something he's doing in his spare time. So if he's okay with me putting a link to his personal page underneath in the description, I'll do that. And he is going to be making them just in his spare time, just for shits and giggles, and we'll do them in sort of multiple colours like in mine, or solid colours like black or blue or all green. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I like that. That makes me happy. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I wanted to do. I just wanted to highlight a few bits and bobs. I'm really loving this box. I think this box is lovely. And I do need a gentleman vape. Although the OKL is brilliant for clouding like a monster, this box deserves a more gentlemanly vape. So I've got to figure something out for that one, I think. Otherwise, guys, tomorrow is I'm definitely doing videos tomorrow, regardless of how rough I feel. So tomorrow is going to be the JWell boxes. I'm probably going to do them both in the same review. See, my brain's not even working. And so we're going to get those out, and then I'll let you know what's going to come after that one, if that makes sense. Right, anyway, thank you very much to everybody that's sent stuff on for the purposes of review. And thank you very much to Matt and Sarah for sending me this box and the skull and the troll. Because, like I say, this troll, if you like squonking, especially if you're one of the people that bought one of these recently and you like the idea of getting a whole bunch of airy clouds, Oh yes, oh yes. It's a troll. It's the troll, and as we know, the troll's got velocity style decks, so easy to build. Everyone's a winner. Right, that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you. That's all I wanted to tell you. How quick has this been? 25 minutes. I'm probably not going to top and tail this, you know. I'm probably just going to launch it straight up. So yeah, it's lazy, but I'm going to go and pass out. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you very soon tomorrow with another review. Thank you. I'll see you later and have it large. Here we go.